Isn't it fascinating how you've already started to notice the shift? That feeling, that awareness growing in the back of your mind. Like a realization that was always there, just waiting for you to notice. Because there was a time when you thought you needed permission, wasn't there? A time when you hesitated, when you looked outside yourself, when you asked instead of decided, and yet, when you really think about it, when you really feel it, wasn't that just a story, a habit, a pattern? That was never truly yours to begin with. Because you weren't born waiting. You weren't born doubting. You learned that. And anything learned can be unlearned, rewritten, replaced. And it's happening now, isn't it? That shift, that change, that moment when you realize you don't need permission, you don't need to wait, you don't need to ask. Because the ones who shape reality, who move through the world with presence, with certainty, with power, they never ask, they never hesitate, they never wonder if they should trust themselves, they just do. And isn't it fascinating how, the more you commit to your own decisions, the more natural it feels, the more automatic, as if you were never anything else, as if this was always who you were meant to be. And maybe you already notice it happening, that sensation, that awareness, that understanding deep in your bones that says, this is who I am now. And the funny thing is, the world responds to it, doesn't it? Because people, they don't remember words. They don't remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel. And when you move with certainty, when you step into your own power, when you choose instead of asking, people feel it. They respond to it. They lean in. They listen. Because power, it isn't about control. It's about presence. About being so grounded in your own reality that others can't help but believe in it too. And as that sinks in, as these words settle into the deeper part of your mind, where change happens effortlessly, you might begin to wonder, how different does the world look now that you know, now that you feel it, now that you own it? What happens next? Because it's interesting, isn't it, how quickly things can change, how a thought, a shift, a realization, it can unfold in your mind like a domino effect. One small shift tipping over another and another until the entire structure of who you believed you were simply updates itself. Because you've already begun to notice, haven't you? That deep sensation inside, the one that tells you something is different now. Something subtle yet powerful, like a door opening in the back of your mind, like a light flickering on in a room you didn't even realize was dark. Because you've always had this power. It's been there all along, waiting. And now you see it, now you feel it. You can never unsee it, never unknow it. And maybe you've already realized that asking for permission, it was never really about needing it. It was a habit, a pattern, a loop that started so long ago. It almost felt like it was you, but you're not your patterns. You're not your conditioning. You're not the echoes of the past. You're here. You're now. And in this moment, something new is taking shape inside you. A version of you that chooses, that moves, that acts from a place so deep, so certain, so unshakable, that the world itself starts to respond to you. Because the strongest energy always leads. And when you hold your own reality with enough certainty, with enough conviction, others must respond. And you already feel it, don't you? That shift in your breath, that stillness in your chest, that growing awareness that says, this is who I am now. Because the ones who shape the world, the ones who move through life effortlessly, decisively, powerfully, they never wait, they never hesitate. They don't ask for permission because they are the permission. And as you step into this truth, as you own it with every cell in your body, you might begin to wonder, how different does the world feel now that you know, now that you see, now that you are? And now the shift is locked in, now that your unconscious mind has already accepted it as fact. What happens next?